my name is Lanasia, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing an expectations versus reality for the University of Pennsylvania. So before I came to Penn, there were a bunch of things that I expected would happen and like how I expected things would be, but then when I got here, I realized that that was not the case at all, or it completely exceeded my expectations. So this video will just be me listing some of those things. I asked some of my friends to send in some expectations that they had, so shout out to you guys for helping me with that. I have the things written on my phone, so let's get into it. Okay, so since Penn's an Ivy League, I thought the majority of the students would be always in the books, always doing homework and reading, blah, blah, blah. But literally the first day I got here, I saw that that was not the case at all. The kids here are super social. They love getting out, having fun, letting loose. Like, we work so hard that we love to just go out and have fun. So I was super glad when I came here and I saw that everyone was actually like super social and not always in the books, because like no one wants to just be reading all the time. So the second thing I expected was the food to be, but no. It is not. It is, I expected the food to be like amazing, but it's not. Like, it's not disgusting, but it's not amazing. I expected with how much money we were paying for tuition that the food would be like, you know, good. But no, it's like mediocre. It all depends on the day and like which dining hall it is. Whenever I go home, I eat so much because I'm so excited to have food with flavor. I had to go buy hot sauce last semester because it makes everything taste better, and then the food there is just like tasteless. The salads are good. You can't really mess with the salads, so that's cool. So I expected the work to be super hard, and like it's not. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, it's not super hard work. Like, I honestly feel like anyone can come here and do the work. Like, it's a lot of work, but it's not difficult, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not a genius, literally. I don't know, but it is not that hard, which is super surprising. It feels like an AP class, honestly. Like, it's not extremely hard. Maybe that's because I'm not like taking Orgo Chem. Is that what it's called? Whatever. I'm not taking any super difficult classes, so maybe that's the case. I don't know, but the past 2 semesters haven't really been extremely hard, so I'm super glad about that. Like, I thought I'd be super stressed. Yeah, there were times when I was stressed, but I wasn't always stressed, you know, because again, the work wasn't super hard. I honestly feel like my junior year of high school was harder than my last semester. So if you're coming to Penn, that's something to look forward to. The next one, I expected everyone to be super rude and like rich, so I thought it'd be hard for me to find friends because I'm neither one of those things, but that was not the case at all. Everyone's super nice for the most part. It's super easy to make friends, like right away you make friends first day, but I was super glad to see that that wasn't the case. Like, yeah, there are some rude people. So I'm from like a small town, I guess, and everyone's just super nice, in my opinion. So when I came to Penn, when I came to Philly specifically, and like I went to Wawa, everyone was just so rude. I was like I'm super smiley, so if I'm walking like through the streets, I'll be like, smile, like if we make eye contact. But literally, I'm walking through the streets of Philly, I do like and everyone else is just like, so there are some rude people, but Penn's community isn't really super rude for the most part. Going off of that, this is kind of my fault. I expected to go out into the city much more since like we're literally in Philadelphia and there's so many things to do. I thought that I would go into the city and do like whatever activities are going on, but literally I probably been into the city maybe max 6 times over the semester and a half that I've been there. That's something I'll work on for next semester, going out into the city more and doing more fun stuff and making the best out of my college experience. So I know I said that the work isn't like hard, but bear with me on this one. So I expected my second semester to be easier than my first semester because like at that point I'm already like used to college level work and like managing my time or whatever. But no. It was so much harder. It wasn't necessarily that it was difficult, but I had so much more work, and I got super sick during the past 2 months that I was at school, so that sucked, and that just put me behind in a bunch of my classes. And then once you're behind, it's so hard to catch up. It's like I was behind in psych, so I tried to catch up, but then that put me behind in nutrition, and then I'm trying to catch up, and then that put me behind in stats, so it's just like a big circle. And once you get behind, there's no coming back. So second semester was definitely more challenging, a bunch of more work. That sucked a lot. So kind of going off of that, I thought the social life for second semester would be similar to first semester, but that was not the case either. Since like rush happened second semester, a lot of the parties and stuff are like kind of closed for only Greek life members, so it's kind of hard to find parties and things like that if you are not a part of Greek life. Luckily for me, I had a bunch of work, so I didn't go out as much second semester. Like I rarely ever went out, but I was fine with that. I didn't have FOMO, so yeah, that was good. But I know a bunch of my friends were like complaining about it, that they wanted to go out, but there was nothing to do, and I was just like, ugh, can't relate. I have a bunch of homework to do. Okay, this is a good thing. I did not expect to learn as much as I've learned over the past semester and a half. Literally, I would just be in a conversation with one of my friends, and I would just spit out some random information that I learned in like psych or nutrition. And like, while I may kind of sound nerdy, it's super rewarding knowing that like I've learned stuff in these classes and that I can spit out the information without even realizing that I'm saying it. Like, for instance, I learned in nutrition that men can lactate. I thought that was so cool. So my brother just had a baby, so I like texted him. I was like, yo, you can lactate, try it. And he's like, what? But just like cool things like that, like random cool facts that I learned. I like sharing it, and I didn't expect that would happen. Like, I didn't think I'd actually learn stuff, because in high school I just memorized stuff to take a test, but in college I'm actually learning. So that's something to look forward to if you like learning. So before college, I was super excited to have freedom and like be able to do whatever I want, but literally first semester I went home every other weekend, and when I'm not home, I call my mom after every single class, because like, who else would I talk to? And I know my roommate's the same way. Like, she would always call her mom, and we're just like, this is so crazy, because we literally couldn't wait to have freedom and be away from home. But as soon as we got to Penn, we're just like, hey mom, when can I come home? When do you want to pick me up, you know? But now, second semester, I didn't go home at all until like breaks, so I got better. Since Penn's so diverse, I thought a bunch of the friend groups would be diverse as well, but really that wasn't the case. Most people hung out with people who were similar to them. So like people who were the same race or socioeconomic class hung out together, and then there might be like one person who doesn't fit that like group, you know what I mean? Or like if you're on a sports team, most of the sports team just hung out together. And like, I get that you're with your teammates all the time practicing and things like that, but it's just kind of sometimes hard for outside people to come be a part of that friend group. Like, yeah, you'll have friends in sports teams and friends of other races and from different countries or whatever, but like, as far as the friend group goes, it's not really diverse, if that makes sense. And that was just kind of weird for me, because my high school was super diverse, so like my friend groups were diverse and things like that. So going from that to Penn was just like kind of like, this is interesting. And I don't know, it was kind of weird for me. But I love my friends, so it's all cool, I guess. Ha! Alright, I don't know why, but I expected there to be a lot of relationships, maybe because of like Grownish and other movies that I've watched. There were a lot of like college relationships, but literally that's not the case. Like, yeah, there are a handful of relationships, but everyone's just hooking up, and I was just like, oh, like I didn't expect that. I literally thought everyone would be in a relationship, especially upperclassmen, because like you're supposed to find your wife and husband or whatever, but no, upperclassmen are with the freshmen all the time. And lastly, I thought I'd be spending 2 semesters of my freshman year on Penn's campus, but no. I'm in my room taking online classes, which is so cool. Thanks, Corona. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and wash your hands. Stay inside and don't spread germs. Alright, bye guys. I'll see you guys in my next video.